Welcome back to the big board. I thought it'd be fun to have a look at with it or on it from the context of taking a look at the command phase and choosing what to do, and hopefully try and share some of the interesting choices you can or may make. And this is one of those particular instances where I sat here and I thought, now what orders should each side execute? And let me put a little wrapper around this for saying that if you've watched the other videos, each side can issue 2 orders. So for instance, I can combat or I can move. I can rally or I can skirmish. I can use the bonus feature, or I can use strategos. But I can only do 2 of these 3 and 2 of the 6 commands in total. And if you've watched some of the other videos, you'll know that there's a bonus. The bonus is a bonus, and strategos allows you to activate the entire set of wings, center, left, and right. But here we are in the Battle of Marathon after the Greeks have done their Stadia run and closed the gap and actually got to execute their combat first. And they were very deadly and very effective in terms of routing a number of units. So in this game, you don't advance after combat. You stay in your line, and you want to do that anyway to maintain the bonus support and all that sort of fun stuff that is available to you. So looking at this, I have obviously a number of different options for each side, but here I could potentially give an order to move and move these 5 folks up, or I can execute an order to attack, and that would try and clear these areas here. Or I could issue a combat here. I could issue a combat here. I could do a rally here. I could do a move here, and I could actually move these guys. You can move sideways, but you can't move at an angle, and you can't change your facing. And we can move sideways and go forward and sort of fix that up, which is something I only just realized I could do right there. So that's interesting. So it's not lots of little choices, but I can either move, I can either fight, or I can move. So what do? Now for the Persians, they're in a spot of bother here, right? No point giving these guys a combat command, because by the time if these guys give a combat command, these guys are probably going to be dead or reduced or have routed, as the case may be. And routed and dead are the same. And over here, I'm at a disadvantage when it comes to trying to attempt any sort of combat. So do I issue a move order and move these guys up? Or do I issue a move order here and move these guys up? Or do I do something over here and try and attack? Here's the problem: is we're attacking hoplites with lights, right? And this is what happened in this battle. There was a core of solid units that were somewhat heavy infantry, and even then, very different type of shield, very different type of sword and armor, and certainly not of the caliber and strength of the hardened linen armor that these guys were wearing, or certainly not their shields, which were substantial and highly protective, even for some of the less wealthy hoplites. They still had an aspis and a decent spear or javelin, or whatever the case may be, whatever the right term is. I can't remember. It's not sarissa, because a sarissa is the 18-foot long thing, but whatever it is. Anyway, so there's lots of little choices here, and it's a fun little exercise to think about the choices that are generated just by this simple mechanic of having opposing orders that you want to do both of these, right? But you can't. You're not often going to want to do a rally and a skirmish at the same time. But nevertheless, these two and these two are significant. So it'd be cool if I could use combat and strategos right across the line here as the Greeks, and just hammer these guys. But I do lose the bonus, and the bonus is powerful. It's a -1. So if I'm attacking hoplites against light infantry, I'm going to get a -2 because of the armor and quality differential, because it's an A caliber unit. And then I'll be fighting on the A column or the A row, so I'll get a -2. But if I use the bonus, I'm going to get another -1. And if I do these correctly, I'm going to get a bonus for having an adjacent unit. So here, both of these guys would, for instance, get a bonus attacking this unit, not only because it's, I think that's going to give me, yeah, if the defender is exhausted, it's going to add a +1 to the defender's issues. So there's a lot of different things to think about, and I'm enjoying this immensely, even though it's a very simple, very fast playing game. It's nice to kind of sit and think things through and noodle and chew on it just a little bit. So anyway, thought I'd share that with you. It's With It or On It from Hollandspiel. It is a whopping 7 pages of rules, 1 set of charts, right? It's all right there. And pretty clean, pretty tight. And as I've said, I've played the medieval version of this and enjoyed it immensely. So we'll continue on with the game. Talk to you soon.